Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is just a round I had in the Zeta Gundam recently that just went particularly well. If you had a request in for the Zeta Gundam and this is not it, I apologize. I have not set up the next color scheme for it yet, and I just honestly was having some hard times and just really not being in the mood to play the game. And when I started picking it up again, I wanted something, I knew absolutely inside and out. And there's basically the early production Gelgug and Zeta for me for that. So I got a little bit of a drive-by on that Demeter, but yeah, I saw it coming up behind us and or coming trying to go down the trench here and went, okay, I am just going to go around and confront that and let it know that trying to flank us, not a good idea. And apparently that got the attention of enough of the rest of the team that it's not going to be doing anything like that to us anytime soon. Problem here, and I don't remember if it becomes a problem for the rest of the round or not, we have not taken point C yet. That is not a good thing. And here is a Zeta Gundam Type 3A, much more popular at this point at 650. This is the level 2 Zeta. I forgot that. But yeah, got it with the bayonet. But yeah, it definitely has a lot of good stuff going for it. The 3A, the Hyper Mega Launcher, and all those things. But also, the original Zeta can still do a lot of work. I you know, I do believe in the sign of Zeta, and it is doing pretty well for me. So, and just yeah, like the Zeta is just. I think I've said before, there are certain mobile suits that just kind of to me embody a certain aspects of the way like mobile suits or even just war robots more generically should work. The perfect Gundam Thunderbolt type basically has almost all of the qualities that I would want like a fully functional like a late career Amuro RX-78 to have. Like the jump down swing that something else had recently is something that I feel like would be needed to make it perfect. But it is, yeah, it is Perfect Gundam is close. Zeta Gundam, on the other hand, is one of those things that, like, my personal ideal of transforming robots fighting is informed very much by Transformers the movie. And the fact that it can do, yeah, I got way too far out there. I got no excuse. Yeah, roger that. But the fact that it can do, some of the things that you see in that movie, just like there is near the end of the movie, there's a scene where Hot Rod is fighting Galvatron, and he starts blasting. He transforms into a car. He charges him and knocks him over, and runs away. Gets like grazed by a shot and turns back to a robot again, and just starts blasting him from there and charges him again. Like it is very the animation in that movie is beautiful. I've heard people say it's bad, but I would counter frankly that the people who think it's bad maybe don't understand animation as well as they think they do. It is not bad. It is not perfectly on model, but it is fluid and it is gorgeous. But yeah, just that whole fight is just very seamless, moving from mode to mode and point to point. And that is my ideal of a transforming robot in a fight, and you can do that with the Zeta Gundam. You can always be moving, you can always be fighting, you can be transitioning from one mode to the other in the middle of a firefight and pull off some really good things if you're fast enough and lucky enough. So yeah, I have Zeta Gundam was like the first transforming suit in the game that really just felt good to me, felt right. And there are others that I can do okay with, especially other things in the Zeta family, if I'm being honest. But yeah, just like Zeta still just has the right mix of skills. You can be at long range, you can be at short range, you can combo your melee like I'm doing now. It is graceful for lack of a better word. But yeah, so and now I am in biosensor, so I'm a little bit faster and have a little bit more power. But of course, I'm also half dead. Um, Yeah, this also, biosensor in its current form also really kind of works well for Zeta because the Wave Rider crash is that much stronger, and its other skills are quite good as well. But yeah, like I said, this was a back to basics round for me. This was a round of me just trying to get my brain together, and kind of worked. Honestly, the best way that turned off the brain beast for me this week was just chilling with Maelstrom and Nurse Gundam and Spidey Wing and Nexo Hunter, and just chatting while some of us played Final Fantasy 11. That was really nice. There is something to be said for games with a slightly slower pace, where you know I find it much easier to turn off my brain playing a slow game than a fast game. Because yeah, if I'm having to move fast, if I'm having to react, I like I feel like conscious thought breaks in there a lot more readily. But if something is more relaxed and I get used enough to what it is I'm trying to do in a specific place, much easier to just chill out. Like just grinding for levels in Dynamis and FF11, just a really nice time. It's just like I said, it stopped the brain bees, and I needed it. So okay, yeah, this is kind of an overwhelming lead at the moment. We are up double, 16,930 to 8320. I just stopped the person who I'm pretty sure was trying to base bomb there. But yeah, I think they might catch up a little bit, but we've got this. And, speaking of the brain kicking in when it shouldn't and not in the right ways, that little flash of almost doing emergency escape was me trying to do the Dark Souls dash in a game that does not do that. So, you hold circle to dash in Dark Souls or one of those. You hold L1 with my control scheme to dash here. And it's like, yeah, no, that did not work. But I stopped myself, so that was good because that keeps me, on the move. And yeah, the other nice thing about the Zeta is that it does. I was not able to save that Cubile, but it does have, enough decent weapons that it can shoot around allies with. If your aim is good that day, which mine I think was decent today, you can use the beam rifle for that. And if your aim is not that good today, you can use the grenades because they do build stun and will not stun your allies if you connect. So, yeah, they're actually managing to bring their score up a little bit at the end, which is nice. Again, I feel weird about super one-sided rounds. But, yeah, so I managed to hold out against a bunch of people for a moment, but not very long. I'm pretty sure they're not going to catch up with our score in the time they've got left, but they definitely brought it back pretty admirably here in the last minute. So we still managed to take it by about 4,000 points, but yeah, and it was a good round. I enjoyed it. And here we are. And yeah, I got outscored and outdamaged by one of the Demeters. That thing really is strong. But I still managed 5 and 3 and 94,000 damage, and I was only, I think, about 400 points behind a Demeter for overall score. And also, this was the round that I did like Wednesday afternoon before the rollover for the week. That got me that pattern I'd been trying to get. So that was a nice bonus. That is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. But yeah, not sure what else to say about the Zeta or Transformers or anything in general, but yeah, I just, had a good time with this one, and so that's why it's here.